In ancient Greece, nestled within the realms of gods and mortals, lived a young goddess named Persephone. Her mother, Demeter, was the revered goddess of the harvest and fertility. Together, they brought life to the earth, ensuring bountiful crops and vibrant blossoms. Persephone's laughter was like the sweetest melody, and her presence alone could make flowers bloom. One sunlit afternoon, as Persephone wandered through a secluded meadow, her radiant beauty caught the attention of Hades, the enigmatic god of the underworld. He had long admired her from the shadows, his heart captivated by her light. He knew that such a radiant being would bring unmatched beauty and life to his dark realm. Suddenly, the ground beneath Persephone's feet trembled and split open. From the depths emerged Hades in his dark chariot, drawn by immortal horses. With a swift and determined motion, he seized Persephone and descended back into the earth, the gap closing behind them with a thunderous roar. Persephone's cries echoed through the chasm, but the surface world fell silent once more. Demeter, feeling the absence of her daughter like a gaping wound, searched the land tirelessly. She wandered from village to village, mountain to valley, calling out Persephone's name. Her grief was palpable, and in her sorrow she neglected her divine duties. The earth responded to her mourning. Fields lay barren, trees stood leafless, and a great famine spread across the land. In the underworld, Persephone found herself surrounded by shadows and the eerie beauty of Hades' realm. The dark god, though stern, treated her with reverence and care, offering her a throne beside his own. Despite the somber surroundings, Persephone's light began to cast a gentle glow, bringing a semblance of life to the lifeless. Zeus, witnessing the devastation and hearing the pleas of mortals, knew he had to act. He summoned Hermes, the swift-footed messenger, to negotiate Persephone's release. Hermes, with his winged sandals, descended into the underworld, his presence a beacon of hope amidst the darkness. Hades, though reluctant to part with Persephone, agreed to let her go. However, he offered her a parting gift, a pomegranate. Unaware of its significance, Persephone ate a seed. This seemingly innocent act bound her to the underworld for a portion of each year. Hermes led Persephone back to the surface world, where Demeter waited anxiously. The moment mother and daughter reunited, the earth blossomed anew. Flowers sprang to life, crops flourished, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of renewal. However, the bond created by the pomegranate seed could not be undone. It was decreed that Persephone would spend 1/3 of the year in the underworld with Hades and the remaining 2/3 with her mother on the surface. Thus, the cycle of the seasons was born. When Persephone descended to the underworld, Demeter mourned, and winter cast its cold shadow over the earth. When Persephone returned, Demeter's joy brought forth the warmth and abundance of spring and summer. The myth of Persephone and Hades teaches us about the delicate balance between life and death, joy and sorrow. It is a tale of love and loss, duty and defiance, and the eternal bond between mother and daughter. Through their story, we understand the changing seasons, the cycles of nature, and the resilience of the human spirit.